Alrighty, so this is not my angle, but vlogging in public is intimidating. So I am currently at King Street Station. It's 2:23 p.m. so I've got about 2.5 hours until my train leaves, which I am so excited for. I can't wait to get on and experience the Roommette and everything. Right now I just have to sit and wait. I thought there was a lounge in the station and there's not, so that was a big bummer. But that's my bad. Not every Amtrak station has a lounge, and it's funny because I've watched so many videos on the Empire Builder experience that I feel like I should have remembered that there's no lounge here, but it's fine. I really want to be sitting down right now because my feet hurt so bad. I'm so jet lagged, I'm so tired, but my phone is dying and I need to charge it, so I have to stand at the charging station while I wait for my phone to charge, which takes a really long time. So I think I'll be standing here for the next 2 hours and then we're gonna board so that I can sit down. So loving that. I am trying to decide if I want to check my suitcase just so I don't even have to try lugging it anywhere. But I'm also terrified that if our train is late into Chicago, that's gonna cause problems for me getting onto my next train, you know what I mean? Like, the app currently says that we're supposed to be 20 minutes early to Chicago, which is great. We have 2 days left for lots of stuff to happen, so I think it should be fine. Just downstairs on the shelf. Yeah, maybe I won't. That's the situation. I'm so tired. Okay, bye. So unfortunately I missed the train pulling in, but welcome to my Roommette number 5 on the top and left side of the car. And I was in car 831, which was the one right behind the crew sleeper, I'm pretty sure. So as you're pulling out of King Street Station, your car attendant will come around to introduce themselves and give you a rundown of where stuff is, how things work, etc., etc. And they did not scan our tickets when we were getting on the train or when we were having our car attendant come around, but the conductor got them all anyway, as you will hear in a later clip.
How you doing, guys? Yeah, good. All right, see you guys.
Good afternoon, folks. This is your conductor speaking. Once we get to Everett, I will make a longer announcement to involve everyone that will be getting on the train. We are a sold-out train once we get to Everett. As for right now, I will be walking through the coaches to scan tickets. For my sleeper car passengers, your sleeper attendants have updated me, letting me know that you are on the train and in your sleeper accommodation, so I will be manually lifting your ticket. It is located downstairs at Deep House Diet.
I'll do shrimp. Let me do the steak medium. I'll do the chocolate squid cake. And it's still nice.
Me too.
Hello from hour 4, I think, of the Empire Builder. I have just been soaking in every moment, staring out the window and trying to film everything and take pictures of everything. Also, this yellow light is not it, but this is all we have because it's getting kind of dark outside since it's nighttime. But I felt like I had to do some sort of talking portion and like actually talking to the camera in the moment for this video, especially because I have this little room to myself. But I'm so excited to be on the train. I am very exhausted at this moment, definitely feeling the jet lag. Getting on the train was just like the most exciting thing ever, and like actually seeing the train pull into the station like 20 minutes before we were supposed to get on, I was like, oh my god, it's here. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Like, I'm gonna get on that train. I've seen so many videos about this and now I get to experience it. So that was a very exciting moment, just seeing it pull in. Sorry, train's honking. And then actually like getting on and seeing my room. I was like, I get to do this. I'm gonna be in this room for 46 hours minimum. That's how long the journey is supposed to take. I will say the room is a lot smaller than it has ever looked on YouTube in all of the videos that I've watched. I mean, it's not like horribly small, but I just don't know how two people, like two adults, can comfortably fit in here together. Because I'm like, okay, I'm a big person. I'm 5'9", so this is small to me. I don't know how I would do with another person being in here, but it's fine alone. But yes, also I am trying to listen to see if the car attendant comes to switch the seats into a bed, because I'm exhausted and I really want to go to bed. I can do it myself. There's actually instructions about how to do it literally right here on the bottom of the tray table, but my brain is like not working at the moment, and even though it's 2 steps, I'm like, I don't want to do it. So we'll see how that goes. Dinner was good. Normally you need a reservation for dinner, but tonight for some reason it was open dinner, I guess. So basically first come first serve, like you go and then if there's a seat available then they'll, you know, kind of squish you in, whatever. It was very loud. Everybody was very chatty and very excited. My table was not so chatty. I feel like we were all very awkwardly just kind of staring at each other and staring out the window. We were not really like talking, so I was just kind of listening to all the other conversations happening. One of the people, the older guy at our table, he's done like a ton of Amtrak long haul, like sleeper train trips, and I think this is like his 3rd one of the week or something, he said. I don't know, but I was like, no way. And I think he's taken this train before, so he was giving us all the tips. He's like, the steak is really good, the salmon's really good, this is not so good, like I wouldn't recommend this, that sort of thing. It was interesting, but we were all like trying to take pictures out the window while we were eating and take videos out the window and stuff like that, and then like constantly missing stuff because like we were trying to eat. So that was fun. I did get the flat iron steak that I was so excited about. I've seen so much about it online, and obviously the guy next to me was like, flat iron steak's awesome, like you should get it, highly recommend. I would say it's not bad, but it's not necessarily something that I would write home about. Sorry to all of the people who love the flat iron steak on the Amtrak. It's fine. It's fine. That's it. And then I also got the chocolate cake, which, oh my goodness, it is so rich. And for me, I have not had sugar like that for like 2.5 weeks. Obviously in Japan, nothing is that sweet. That was a lot for me. And then also because I definitely was not eating enough food while I was in Japan. I'm still adjusting to like actually having full meals every single day and like actually eating enough food. So trying to finish everything that I was given, including the cake, which I really forced myself to finish that cake, and I should not have done that because I ended up getting really nauseous and kind of ran away from the dining car to come hide back in here and just try and relax and not throw up, because oh my god, it was scary. I was like, oh no, oh no, oh my god, no. Not Amtrak's fault, totally mine for like pushing myself to finish everything or try to finish everything, and then like trying to, you know, keep eating the cake even though my body was like, no, stop, stop, stop. Just kind of been chilling in here, looking out the window. We went through a tunnel for like 20 minutes. I'm not even kidding. So it was just pitch black out the window. And I was like, I have no idea where we are and I don't have service, so I can't even see where the heck we are. It's only been like 4 hours and I'm like, oh, this was the best decision I've ever made. But it is. I'm so happy. I'm really enjoying myself and I'm excited to see all of the other sights and views and all of the other states that we're gonna go through. And we get the observation car in the middle of the night in Spokane, Washington. So I'm really, really excited to have that tomorrow, to go and sit there. And I recognize that my camera is not in focus. It's the lighting. Don't kill me. That is the night one update, I guess. Hello again. I look significantly worse than I did before. Part of that is the lighting, but also I feel like I just look so haggard and tired. But I am exhausted. I have been fighting for my life to stay awake since like 2 p.m. this afternoon because I am still jet lagged, even though I'd like to believe that I'm not. I wanted to do one final update before going to bed. It's about 10 p.m. or it's probably 10 p.m. at this point because I've tried to film this like too many times and then I just keep deleting it. But I did end up getting to get the bed down, or the seats down into the bed almost all the way. I got one side completely down, that was easy, and then this seat that I've been sitting in, it went like halfway down and then it just refused to move. So I was like, hey Antoine, can you please help me? That's our car attendant, by the way. I don't think I said that yet, but that's our car attendant. He's great. He did offer to leave the top bunk down so that I could put my backpack up there, and I told him no, it's fine. But I'm now realizing that that was a horrible decision because I don't really have room to put my backpack anywhere. I don't really think it's going to fit underneath the bed. It will barely fit besides the bed and the door. So right now I just have it at the foot of the bed. And honestly, I think that's fine. I don't really care. Very interesting announcement from the conductor. She had to remind everybody that they need to be wearing shoes everywhere they go on the train. She's like, don't not have shoes on when you're walking around the train. Please have your shoes on when you are in like the dining car. Please have your shoes on when you're in the bathroom. Please keep your shoes on. That's just really gross if you don't have your shoes on. And also, there's pinch points and I don't know how to sew toes back on, so please, 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 please have your shoes on. That was crazy. That was crazy. Ugh, I could not believe my ears, but it did make me laugh because what the heck. We had our first fresh air stop in Wenatchee, Washington, about 20-30 minutes ago, something like that, maybe even longer. I don't know, I have no sense of time. Ooh, in 2-ish hours we're going to meet up with the other half of the train that's coming from Portland, so then the train's going to get even longer and we're going to get the observation car, which for us, we will have the observation car right behind the dining car. So for me, The dining car is 2 cars back. The observation car will be right behind it, so I'm very, very excited to have that tomorrow. I'm very intrigued to see if I will be able to sleep. I was considering getting melatonin in Seattle to have just in case for this trip, but honestly, I'm so exhausted that I don't think I'm gonna need it. So we'll see how badly I regret that decision or if it's totally fine. So yeah, I still don't understand how 2 full-size people, adult people, can fit in this room. There's like no space for anything. Oh my god, I'm exhausted. Oh my god, also brushing my teeth and washing my face in those tiny bathrooms was quite the time. I was like, oh my god, how am I supposed to do this? So, but we figured it out. I think we're gonna pass through Idaho overnight, so I won't get to experience that unless I really can't sleep. But yeah, I think we'll be in Montana when I wake up tomorrow morning. So I have no concept if we're on time either. Still, I really don't know. Like, I really don't have service for most of the time that we're riding along these tracks, so I have no idea if we're on time or if we're late. I don't really care. I'm enjoying myself, and I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed. So that's all for night 1 of being on the Empire Builder. Good morning from, I literally have no idea where we are because I don't have service. I want to say that we might be in Montana, but I really don't know. Oh my god, it's so pretty. When it's daylight, I just want to film everything. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Okay, of course, all the trees have to come block the view every time I try to film anything. But like, oh my god, it's so pretty. Look at it. Look at those mountains. Like, I live near mountains in Massachusetts, so it's not like I don't ever see mountains. But gosh, this is just so pretty. Anyway, it's 6:24 right now. I've been awake for about 24 minutes, I think. Maybe a little bit longer than that, I don't really know. Trying to sleep last night was very interesting. Even though I was exhausted out of my mind and struggling to keep my eyes open, I had a very hard time falling asleep. It's not because the bed is not comfortable or anything like that. I think it's genuinely just the motion of the train and the sounds of the train I'm not used to yet. I think maybe I'll have an easier time tonight because I know what to expect and I'll like have already done it and I'll, you know, get used to it. I'm an insomniac, so like changing where I sleep from like my own bed, right? Like it's really hard. Or like when I'm used to one particular place and then I switch where I'm sleeping, it's a little bit difficult for me. The train car tips. I am on the top of the train also. I don't think I said that. But my room 5 is on the top of the train. So I don't know if I would have felt that much if I were lower down, but I don't know. And I never will, because my room is never going to be downstairs on this train anyway. So that was fun. I think I fell asleep a little bit after Spokane, but I also don't really know. Like I felt the train stop, and I felt and heard everybody getting on, and I could feel them connecting the Portland section to our train. So I know I was asleep after that. The people who were getting on nearby and, you know, getting to their rooms, that kept me awake a little bit longer, because even though they were kind of trying to be quiet, I hope, some of them maybe not so much, even though they were trying to be quiet and mindful of everybody else being asleep, everything that they did in their rooms, like especially the people that are like right on the other side of me, I think in room 7, it sounded like they were in my room. It was so loud. It was crazy. So that was not enjoyable. But hey, I eventually fell asleep. I think I woke up maybe a couple times in the middle of the night, but I don't know. I don't remember. I don't care. I thought it was like 4 in the morning when I woke up, and then I was shocked to find out that it was 6 a.m. when I picked up my phone. We are also in mountain time now. I think breakfast, the quiet hours of breakfast, are about to start in 3 minutes. So I'm debating if I should be that person and go right there, but I'm really hungry, so I feel like I should.
We got 13 people getting off in the coaches. We got 48 getting on, folks. So it's going to be busy here at Whitefish. Might have someone sitting next to you. So please clear off the area beside your seat there in case someone needs to sit down. Check luggage can be picked up in front of the station after we arrive. Give us about 10 minutes to unload it, and we'll bring it right to the front for you. Whitefish coming up.
Oh, this is not my angle.
Ladies and gentlemen, attention, please come for the dining car. At this time, we're now on a waiting list. We ask that you please send one person to the dining car to get added to the list. Ladies and gentlemen, we always ask that you please wait at the door. As you can see, the two waiters are very busy this morning. So once again, wait at the door, and one of us will be right with you. Once again, we're going to shift to a waiting list. We ask that you please send one person to the dining car to get added to the list. And once again, wait at the door. One of us will be with you shortly. So we ask that you please be patient. Thank you.
Hello again. So I guess going to breakfast pretty early was a good idea. I did not go right at 6:30 or like a few minutes after 6:30 just because I got nervous. Like I walked all the way down there, but I couldn't really tell without getting too close if there was any other passengers in there. Like I could see obviously the dining car attendants like walking around and doing stuff, but I couldn't tell if they were just getting set up for the day. So I waited until they made the first call for breakfast at 7 o'clock, and then I like ran down there. But there was a good handful of people like already in there, so I think I probably would have been fine to have gone there a little bit earlier. But breakfast was good. I am a bad YouTuber and I forgot to film anything while I was there, or I forgot to film my food. But I got the omelet. Ooh, there's people like kayaking already. Oh my gosh, love that for them. It's super foggy here in Montana. I think we just passed West Glacier, Montana, I think, and we are on time according to the Amtrak app, so that is very, very exciting. It still says we're supposed to get into Chicago at 4:27 instead of 4:45 as originally scheduled. It is Wednesday, August 6th, which means it is my friend Missy's birthday. I already texted you, Missy, but happy birthday belatedly at the time that this video is coming out. Happy birthday. I hope you had a great day. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. Oh, we got the observation car added on in Spokane, obviously. I did venture down there with the ladies that I was sitting with at breakfast just to see what it was like, and it was already very full, and we were there at like 7:30, 7:40-ish in the morning. It's already pretty full, so I might try and go down there later, but it's kind of awkward because I have to walk through the dining car to get to it, and obviously, as you heard from the announcement, they're very busy right now. So, but maybe like between meal services, I'll try and go down there. I do need to start editing my other trip videos, which I don't know if I would just want to sit in here and do it because I do have my little tray table, or if I should just go to the observation car. I don't know, because again, everything is so pretty and I feel like I'm missing something if I'm not looking out the window 24/7. Like even if I'm just staring at trees like I am right now, and it's super foggy, so like I can't see half of the stuff, I feel like I'm missing stuff if I'm not looking out the window and I'm not like soaking it all in. So I don't know, but I need to get started editing on those videos because it's Stray Kids all the time as soon as I get home, so I'm not really gonna have a bunch of time, and then I have to start work. I did not venture to the shower yet. I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow morning so that I am clean-ish for when I switch trains. And then, oh my god, I can't believe it, it's already Wednesday and I'm gonna be home on Friday. Not until Friday night, but like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be like halfway through my train trip today. It's crazy. I'm excited to see what else I'm gonna be seeing today. So right now it's just a nice little river. We saw a few deer this morning, some people's farms, some wild turkeys, which I have all of those things in Massachusetts, but just seeing them out the window on the train is different. So I'm having a great time. Like I'm so glad I did this. I don't know, I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot in this video, but oh my god, like it's so pretty. What the heck? Like look at that. How could you not want to stare at that all day long? And of course, every time I try and film or take pictures, we hit a bunch of trees, but it's fine. Oh, hi cars. We're beating you, kind of. Actually, we're going pretty slow. Look, oh my god. It's so pretty. I figured maybe I should do a more proper room tour. I got so awkward about doing it yesterday when my seats were just seats, but I'll do one so you can see what it looks like with the bed out. So I am standing right against the door. I have it closed and obviously the curtains are closed so people can't see me because this is so awkward. I am not confident like all of the travel YouTubers that I watch, but we're looking at the, I guess, back wall of the room. This is the seat that faces forward. So I'm standing, going backwards basically right now. Anyway, so here's this side of the room, light at the top, and then my bag. Sorry for the chaos. These are the steps for getting up to the second bunk if anybody were in here using it, or if I were using it, but I am using them as a storage space for my bag and my shoes at the moment. So then we've got the bed, all nice and chaotic looking. It is very long. I would say it's at least 6 feet. I very comfortably fit on the bed and have like extra space. So if you're like shorter than me or my height, like you'll have no problem fitting. If you're like 6 feet or taller, it might be a little bit of a squeeze, but it was very comfortable. There's a pad on the seats covering it, so that's pretty comfortable. Again, it was just the rocking of the train that really kept me awake. But yes, my giant collection of water bottles all here. Like these two right against the tray table were already here in the room when I got here. That one is from my hotel, and then that one is from dinner last night. I slept with my head at this end because that would keep my body like facing forward and traveling forward, I guess, instead of sleeping with my head at this end, which would have put me sleeping like backwards. And I did sleep with my backpack in this corner instead of putting it up here on the second bunk, because I thought I would have enough space, but I really don't. So, and there's a little trash can down here. This is a little closet space, and you have some little towels and a washcloth up here. And if I had anything to hang in here, I would, but I do not. And then this is kind of all the space that you have left to kind of walk around in the room when you've got the bed set up. So I don't know if I want to try putting the bed back together myself, or if I should just ask my lovely room attendant to do it for me, because I don't know.
Just please make sure you do have a valid photo ID available for any adult beverage purchase. We do accept all major debit and or credit cards, cash, tap pay. Please make sure you do have shoes on due to FDA regulations, as well as safety moving about the train at all times. For your safety, always use the hand railing going up and down to from the cafe. Also, ladies and gentlemen, this is the concept like a little store. You walk in, you make your food or beverage selections, bring everything over to the register. Anything that needs to be heated or cooked, we take care of that there. We also do limit 3 passengers at a time in the little food area. Otherwise, it gets overcrowded, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, just a few moments, we will be back open and serving. We do appreciate your patience. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, attention please, come for the dining car. At this time, the dining car once again is closed for breakfast service. Once again, we're closed for breakfast service at this time. The dining car will be open today at 12 o'clock. So once again, 12 o'clock for lunch today. We'll make an announcement when we're open and serving again.
Hello again, it is 3 p.m. now. We are still in Montana. We are more than halfway through Montana. I forget what stop we just left. Malta, Montana, I think, was the stop that we were last at. And I don't know what the next one is, so sorry. I really have not been paying attention at all, partially because my service has been spotty sometimes, so I'm like, there's no point in trying to check the app because it's not gonna work. But I actually do have some decent service right now, so I could check and see if we're still on time. But I am fighting for my life to stay awake. Ooh. I have been fighting for my life to stay awake for the past 4 or 5 hours. I am so exhausted, but they just came around with or to do dinner reservations, and I was able to snag one for 5:30, which is good because I am starving. Oh my god. Like, I have so much trouble trying to eat the meals every time because I'm not used to eating that much, but I'm so hungry all of the time. I have not yet gone to the cafe car to try and get anything in between meals, just because I'm chilling in my room, or they have like fresh air stops and I want to get out and just walk around. So it looks like we are still on time. It still says we're gonna arrive at 4:27 in Chicago instead of 4:45, which is kind of cool. So let's see, where are we? Our next stop is Glasgow, Montana, and we're supposed to be there at 3:39 and leave there at 3:44 p.m. And then Wolf Point, Montana at 4:30 is our last stop in Montana, and then we will be in North Dakota, which is super exciting. And then I think our next fresh air stop is going to be Minot, North Dakota, and we'll be there for almost an hour, which is at 10 p.m. I don't know if I will be awake enough for that, but I feel like I want to get out and just walk around, because I definitely have not walked around very much today. However, I will say, all of a sudden, I did just start getting very, 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 very dizzy, very similar to how I felt in Japan. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if that's just like exhaustion and also being hungry at the same time, but hopefully that goes away, because that's not a fun sensation. I was thinking of going to the observation car and seeing if I can get myself a spot after I'm done with dinner, because people are going to be like cycling through, and obviously I've got one of the earlier dinner reservations, so I'll be one of the first people to be done, and then that way maybe I can snag a seat. So I'm going to try and bring, I guess, my whole backpack with me. I don't know, like, I don't have a smaller bag. There's a lot that I like need with me. I need my antibiotics, I need my laptop, charger, some other things, and accessories for my computer, so I might as well just bring my whole backpack with me, and then I can just shove it under the table. But yeah, I'm gonna try and go to the observation car for some time after dinner, because I went there this morning and it was super, super busy even at 7:30 a.m. So we'll see how that goes and if I can even get a seat this afternoon. And I'll try and stay there probably throughout all of dinner service if I can, just because I don't want to be trying to like walk through dinner service, because it gets, you know, it's busy and there's only one aisle to walk through, and I just don't want to be super duper in the way. So we'll see how that goes. But I want to sit in the observation car for at least a little bit of time and enjoy it for a little bit of time, because obviously I'm getting off tomorrow afternoon, so I want to take advantage. But yeah, that's the update for this afternoon. So I recognize that this is not my angle, but I don't care. I don't really feel like holding my phone up because my arms are tired. So you are sitting stuck to my leg. Anyway, we're in Minot, North Dakota right now. We are at a super long fresh air stop. They have to like service the train in a bunch of different ways. I think they're like refueling, and they are taking care of trash and other stuff like that. I don't really know, and I don't really care. Today's been a day, and that's what this update's about to be. But we are in the central time zone now, so I am just 1 hour different from home, aka Massachusetts, which is kind of crazy because I'm still so far from home, but I'm only 1 hour different. I also can't lie, I didn't realize that North Dakota was in the central time zone, but apparently most of it is. You learn something new every day. Ooh, did they just turn the train back on? Are we leaving sooner? How exciting. Anyway, we got here at 9:30 p.m. and the Amtrak app says that we're supposed to leave here at 10:58, and it's about 10:22, so I don't know, maybe we'll leave earlier. That'd be kind of exciting, but also would kind of suck because I was going to try and start going to bed while we're not moving, so that I can actually fall asleep. Anyway, like I said, today's kind of been a day, and not necessarily in a good way. God, it sounded like the people next door are like in my room. Oh my gosh, I hate it. I mean, today started out okay. I was having a good time in the morning. Breakfast was great. Loved chatting with the ladies in the morning. And then I was just kind of vibing, like looking out the window, taking pictures, admiring the sights and whatnot. Then around like 3 o'clock, all of a sudden, still minding my business, just vibing, looking out the window, trying to journal. And then all of a sudden, I get this weird sensation in the back of my head, and I am just so unbelievably dizzy again. And it felt to the same level of dizziness as I had in Japan, like the day after I landed when I got sick. And I was like, no, we're not doing this again. And also, why am I feeling this way all of a sudden? Like, it's been 2 days now since I've gotten off the plane, so it can't be the same dizziness, but like, what is this? And I thought, okay, you know what, I'm exhausted, I'm still jet lagged. Obviously I didn't sleep well last night. Maybe I am just so exhausted out of my mind that I'm feeling really dizzy. So I was like, okay, maybe I will let myself take a quick rest, because like for me, if I take a nap, even if it's short, I will not be able to sleep at night. So I was really trying to like fight falling asleep the entire time, which is why I was journaling. I was trying to like keep my brain awake and like just not allow myself to shut my eyes. But I was like, okay, you know what, maybe I'm just super exhausted, so I'll let myself have like an hour, because it's getting close to dinner time, and we'll see if I feel better when I wake up. Fast forward an hour to 4:30, I wake up, I do not feel better. I still feel really, really dizzy, and my stomach is feeling a little bit suspicious, but also I'm feeling really hungry. So I'm like, what do I do? Dinner for me is at 5:30. Just when I picked my dinner reservation, like, what do I do? Like, I'm dizzy. I can't really be completely upright because I get even dizzier and then I start feeling nauseous. So I'm not going to be able to like sit in the dining car. And I also wanted to go to the observation car after I had dinner so that I could like sit in there and just enjoy that. So my plans were crumbling minute by minute. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm hungry. Yes, I feel a little bit nauseous, but overall I'm hungry, and also I have my antibiotic that I have to take. I can't stop taking it, and I need to take it with food. So I'm going to try and go, and we're just going to see how it works out for me. Well, let me tell you, it did not work out for me at all. I got there, I mustered up the energy, and, you know, tried my hardest to not fall into somebody else's room on my way there. I got myself there, I got seated, and then pretty much as soon as I sat down and they sat somebody next to me, I got the feeling in my throat that I was going to throw up, and I was like, okay, I'm done here. So I just got up and I ran back to my room and just laid down and waited for that feeling to go away, which it did, luckily. And then I was just like, okay, now what do I do? Like, I can't get up and go back there. Like, I know I can't be upright for that long. What do I do? All I have in my backpack is like a banana and some granola bars, but that's not like substantial enough food. What do I do? Naturally, I was messaging my mom, telling her everything and freaking out at her, and she was like, hey dummy, ask your car attendant if he can bring you some food. Just tell him you're having a side effect of your medication or you're having motion sickness and you missed your dinner time slot, and see if he'll bring you food. And I was like, okay, but also I feel like that's not really allowed. I feel like you're not really supposed to be eating your dining car meals in your room. It's more of a thing on the Lakeshore Limited I've seen, which is my next train. So I was like, I don't really want to, like, I don't know if it's allowed, whatever. And she was like, just do it. Like, maybe they'll make an exception because you're having a reaction to a medication potentially, or, you know, motion sickness, whatever you want to say. So I was like, okay, let me eat this banana first because that's gentle and we'll see how that goes. So I ate it, sat for a while, and I actually started feeling a little bit less dizzy. So I was like, okay, maybe if I eat a full meal, I'll feel better. So I pulled the trigger, and I didn't even get to like actually formulate my question for my car attendant. He was like, I got you, let me go get you a menu. So thank you so much. You're not watching this, but I'm so thankful to him because I would not have been able to like get up and get food, like even from the cafe car, which I was thinking about doing, but the cafe car is even further away than the dining car, so I wouldn't have been able to do that. So I got to eat in my room. I got the chicken today. It was good. I did not want the steak again. I don't know, it took me like 2 hours to eat it because I was trying to be like really slow and just see how my stomach was feeling, and I was feeling better the more that I ate, but then I had to take my antibiotic, and I started getting really dizzy again, so that slowed me down even more with eating my food. But that's annoying. And now we're here in Minot, North Dakota. So I did get out and I walked the length of the train like a couple times just because we're going to be here for a while, but there's a bunch of mosquitoes and I was getting bitten, so it's really fun. I don't know now if it's even worth it to like try and get ready for bed super quick and like try to sleep. I feel like we're going to start moving soon and it's just not going to work out for me, but I did get the bed down myself. It took several tries. But I did it. It is technically past the time that I can ask my car attendant to do it because it's past 9:30, but I don't need to. I did it myself. I'm really hoping that I feel better once I hopefully sleep more than I did last night. I'm so tired of being dizzy. I feel like my body is punishing me for taking the scenic route home, the leisurely route home, instead of just flying all the way home. But hopefully I will be able to get through tomorrow and Friday just fine. I won't have any more issues, nothing else is going to go wrong, and then I will be at home and can just like crash and be in my own space with my own food and my own routine and my cats. Oh my god, I forgot something else bad happened today. I was in the bathroom earlier, as you do, you know, and I've been paranoid about this happening the entire time because the lock on our bathroom upstairs is a little bit like loose-ish, kind of like it's not super strong, and the light that's inside and outside of the bathroom that's supposed to turn on when the door is locked doesn't work. It doesn't turn on. So I've tried really hard to knock every time I try to go into that bathroom just to make sure and give the person a chance to say something before I try and like turn the door handle. This person, while I was in the bathroom, did not do that. She just started trying to turn the door handle, and she so aggressively was trying to turn it even though it obviously wasn't moving that much, meaning it's locked, girlfriend. She turned it so much that the door unlocked itself, and like I was saying no while she's trying to turn the door handle, and she just kept going. So she opened the door on me while I was on the toilet, which is just so embarrassing. So now every time I go to the bathroom, even if I'm using a different one, like one downstairs where the light actually works, I'm holding on to the lock so that that doesn't happen again, because what the heck, like as if today couldn't get any worse. Like, are you kidding me? So that's really fun. But yeah, I just have to get through the rest of today, tomorrow, and Friday, and then I'm home. I'm free. Not that I'm feeling trapped or anything here. I'm still trying to have a good time, but my body's making it a little bit difficult. But I will have a good time on my next train as well, okay? I will have a good time on my next train. I will not let my body ruin it, unless something really goes wrong. But let's not put that energy into the universe. Anyway, yeah, I should probably try and get ready for bed so I can just lay down as soon as we start moving. So, because we're getting close to 10:53 at this point. I've been filming for so long. So, peace out. See you tomorrow. Hopefully I feel better. Hello, happy Thursday, August 7th from Minnesota, somewhere in Minnesota, I don't know where. We left St. Paul probably like 45-ish minutes ago, so I don't know. I have not checked the map to see like what city we are near, but that's fine. We crossed into Minnesota around like 3:30 in the morning, and the only reason I know that is because I did not sleep very well and I was awake at 3:30 and I wanted to know where we were, so I immediately checked the map, and we had like just crossed into Minnesota, maybe like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes prior to me checking where we were, so that's fun. It's my last day, my last few hours on the Empire Builder, and I'm kind of sad that it's almost over. Oh my goodness, the sunlight. There we go. My goodness. Even though some things have gone wrong, just for me personally, obviously with my body betraying me, I'm still having a great time. I'm like still so glad that I did this. I've really been enjoying myself, just looking out the window and enjoying all of the sights. I've said it like a million times. Every clip I film, I'm like, oh my god, like it's so pretty out there, like look at all this stuff, you know what I mean? But yeah, I've really enjoyed myself, even though, you know, I don't feel like 100% and my body is just sabotaging me, but it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, didn't sleep very well, unfortunately. I think I fell asleep probably around like 11:30, midnight-ish. I had an easier time falling asleep than before, even though we were definitely on some rougher track. I had seen on Reddit and like some like YouTube comments that like North Dakota area has some rough tracks, so definitely experienced that. Still fell asleep pretty quickly, but I just woke up at 3:30 obviously, and then I couldn't fall back asleep until maybe like 4:30, and then woke up at 6:30, went and got breakfast. I could not finish it, unfortunately, just because my stomach is still feeling a little not quite right, and I'm obviously still dizzy, which is not fun, but I'm just trying to pretend that it's not happening and trying to just keep facing forward, not turn my head too much, you know, the whole deal. But yeah, I've got about 7 or just under 7 hours left on the train before we get to Chicago. We are still supposed to be about 20 minutes early, which is super cool. I got a shower after breakfast also, which was fun. I mean, it's not like the most amazing shower ever. It's a train shower. They've got, you know, everything that you could need. Bunch of soaps, bunch of towels, all stocked up in the bathroom. In the actual shower stall, they did have shampoo, conditioner, and body wash like mounted on the wall that you could use if you didn't bring your own. For our train car, the body wash was kind of empty. The water did take a hot second to heat up, which was so jarring at first because I was like, oh my god, it's like ice cold. I can't do this, but it did warm up eventually, which was nice. You just had to keep pressing the button to bring the water back, but it wasn't bad. It was fine. Got the job done. I don't really know what to do with myself for the last 6.5, 7 hours. I'm probably gonna take another little rest before lunch, just because I am kind of bummed that I didn't get to sit in the observation car. I did get to go to it yesterday morning, and it was very full, so I did not get to sit there. I just don't feel like I feel okay enough to like walk through the 4 cars it takes to get there and then like sit there and not be like close to my stuff and whatever. This is kind of my little comfort zone, so I think I'm just gonna stay here and just enjoy the views out my window. That's a bummer because we're not gonna have an observation car on my next train, but it's okay. It's okay. I would do this again in a heartbeat. I don't know when I'll be able to do this again, but if I get the opportunity, I will absolutely be jumping on it, and we'll get to enjoy the observation car another time. Ooh, pretty. Look, river. Anyway, sorry, that was a very, ooh, squirrel kind of moment. Sorry, my brain is not quite right. But I'm very excited to enjoy the lounge in Chicago. I will not be able to immediately go into the lounge when I get off the train because it's gonna be too early. It'll be more than 3 hours before my train leaves, so I'll just have to kind of mill around in the kind of general concourse area, but that's fine because there's a bunch of different restaurants type places, like fast food, obviously, type places there. They have a Dunkin' Donuts. They have a Dunkin' Donuts. I can't tell you how excited I am that they have Dunkin'. It's been so long. I have not had Dunkin' since July 16th, which is the day before I flew to Japan. It's been too long. Like, obviously I'm not gonna get a latte because it's nighttime and I don't think I could handle caffeine. Maybe I could get a decaf. Wait. 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 Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should get a decaf so that I don't like wire myself, right? And also make myself dizzier because when I get dizzy like this, I can't do caffeine. I discovered that in Japan. But yeah, there's a bunch of other things. I think there's a Chick-fil-A, there's Jamba Juice, Pret, which I think I will be going to because I need to get some yogurt for this freaking antibiotic. Oh my god. Originally, I was planning on like going out and walking around Chicago and exploring a little bit and maybe getting some Chicago deep dish pizza, but now that I don't feel good, I feel like I probably shouldn't do that. And I don't think I'd be able to drop my bags off either because it would be too early, I think. I don't know. So I don't want to be like dragging my bags around while I'm dizzy more than I have to, you know what I mean? So I think I'll just hang out in Union Station. But if I can get any souvenirs from Union Station, I'll definitely be picking those up. I think I'm just gonna hang out. I'm going to enjoy the heck out of the lounge, absolutely. Probably just gonna sit and take advantage of the Wi-Fi and catch up on all the YouTube that I'm behind on because, oh my god, I have like 400 plus videos in my watch later and I had under 300 when I left for Japan, so I've got some work to do. Yeah, that's all. Wisconsin now. It is about 3:45 maybe, I think. I'm trying to remember what time I set my alarm for because I've been asleep for the past like 2 hours. Yeah, I think it's almost like 4 o'clock pretty much. So we are almost done with our journey on the Empire Builder. We have just Milwaukee left for Wisconsin, and then we have Glenview, Illinois, and then Chicago. So just 3 stops left, which is so crazy. I cannot believe we are almost at the end. Also, this is probably the noisiest my room has ever been, so apologies. Maybe I should be using my microphone on my headphones, but too bad. I packed them away already. We are now late to Chicago by about an hour and 20 minutes-ish, I kind of want to say. I think the app said we were supposed to be there around like 6:03 p.m. or something instead of 4:27, which was 20 minutes early. But that's okay. That's okay for me. It's not necessarily okay for some of the other people that might have other connecting trains that they're trying to get to. They have been making several announcements about, oh, if it looks like we're gonna miss your connecting train, or if we've already missed your connecting train because we're late, please go to passenger services. Passenger services is gonna help you. And like, they've really been putting an emphasis on that, and it's making me nervous, even though I will have 3 hours to spare and doodah around the station. My train doesn't leave until 9:30. Like, I'm fine. Every time they say it, I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to have to do that. Please don't let that happen. But I think I should be fine. I do feel like for a train that travels all the way across the country like this, only being an hour and 20 minutes late or so is not so bad. People that know the Empire Builder better than me, maybe you can chime in and let me know that I am wrong. But I don't know. I feel like with such a long journey and distance covered, like being an hour and a half late, an hour 20 late, that's not bad. Hopefully we don't get any later though. Like, I want as much time to like walk around the station and actually like finally get to see it in person after seeing it in so many other people's YouTube videos. Like, I want to just go and explore. I also want my time to be reunited with Dunkin' Donuts. I'm so excited. It's been like 3 weeks since I've had Dunkin' Donuts, or however long July 16th was ago. That's the last time I've had Dunkin' Donuts, and if you know me, that's insane. Like, I get a latte almost every single day. For like the 2 weeks before I left, I got a latte every single day, to make sure that I did not lose my boosted status before I went to Japan, because there are no Dunkin' Donuts in Japan. But I'm so excited to be reunited and get my first visit of August in so I can keep my boosted status for this month. Also, I've got some work to do. This is so stupid, but I love me some Dunkin' Donuts. Can you tell I'm from Massachusetts? Can you tell? But yeah, there's also a bunch of other like fast food places around to like get dinner if Dunks doesn't have anything left, because obviously it's gonna be the end of the day. But yes, I want to enjoy the lounge. I will have less time that I have to sit around and wait for me to be allowed to go in there. I might have said this earlier, but I saw on Reddit that there's like kind of a new rule where you can't spend more than 3 hours in the lounge. Like, you can't go in until max 3 hours before your train's supposed to leave or something like that. So that would put me able to go in at 6:30, which is now very close to when I'm supposed to arrive. So super nice. And then yeah, I'll get on my train and we leave at 9:30, and then I'm gonna be home in like just over 24 hours. I will be home. Yeah, I think like an hour after I get to, well, actually no, with the time change, because we still have one more time zone to go into. We have to switch into the Eastern Standard Time zone. So I've got, yeah, like 24 hours from the time that I get to Chicago. I'll be home. I'm so excited. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. My trip is almost over. It's crazy. It's going by so fast. But I'm so excited. I've had a really good time. Again, I've said this probably like a million times, but I have had a good time despite some of the setbacks of my own body betraying me. I've had a really good time, so I'm just gonna try and enjoy my last probably 2 hours now, unless we get any later. Fingers crossed we don't. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep looking out the window. I repacked my suitcase, not my suitcase, my duffel bag and my backpack, so that everything's all organized and nice and easier to find and navigate for my next train, because it was getting a little scary there after today. But yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy my last about 2 hours on this train, and then I'll enjoy my time in Chicago and get on my next train. So that's all for now. See you in Chicago.